Hello, welcome to the Listen to English channel. I hope we will have a great time together. This video is suitable for B1 level English learners. If you want to listen at different levels, you can check the other playlists on our channel. Today's video is about Pisces men and their hidden personality traits. Many people think Pisces men are only emotional and romantic, but this is not the full story. They have deep feelings, strong intuition, and a mysterious world inside their minds. Sometimes even the people close to them cannot fully understand them. In this video, you will discover some surprising and realistic traits of Pisces men. Some of these traits are not very well known. You may even hear things that you never noticed before. If you are a Pisces man, or if you know someone who is a Pisces, this video will help you understand them better. Also, in this video, there are some famous celebrities who are Pisces. If you recognize any of them, please write their names in the comments. This will help us create a fun and interactive community. If you find our videos useful, please support us by sharing this video. And if you are not subscribed to our channel, don't forget to subscribe. Your support helps us create more content for you. Are you ready? Let's start and enjoy the video.
Hidden trait 1. He is stronger than people think. Many people believe that a Pisces man is weak, emotional, and easily affected by others. Because he is kind, calm, and gentle, some people think he cannot handle difficult situations. But this is one of the biggest misunderstandings about Pisces men. In reality, a Pisces man is much stronger than he looks. His strength is not loud or aggressive. It is quiet, deep, and emotional. When life becomes difficult, he does not always fight with words or actions. Instead, he becomes patient and finds his own way to survive. He can face pain, disappointment, and stress for a long time without showing it to others. This emotional endurance makes him very powerful. Many people give up quickly, but a Pisces man can continue even when he is tired and hurt. He has a strong inner world that helps him stay calm and hopeful. Another surprising fact is that he can forgive easily. Some people think forgiveness is weakness, but for him, it is a sign of emotional maturity. He does not want to carry negative energy in his heart. He prefers peace instead of conflict. However, this does not mean he forgets everything. He remembers who hurt him and learns from these experiences. Over time, he becomes wiser and more careful about who he trusts. Also, when he loves someone, he shows incredible loyalty and emotional support. He can stand next to his partner or friends in the hardest moments. His quiet strength becomes very clear in these situations. This is why many people feel safe with a Pisces man. So, if you see a Pisces man who looks soft and sensitive, do not underestimate him. Behind his calm and gentle personality, there is a strong and resilient man who can overcome challenges in his own unique way. Hidden trait 2. He often escapes from reality. Many people think a Pisces man is only emotional and romantic, but one of his most hidden traits is his strong desire to escape from reality. When life becomes too stressful, confusing, or disappointing, he does not always face problems directly. Instead, he prefers to move away from difficult situations and protect his inner peace. This does not mean he is lazy or irresponsible. It means he has a different way of dealing with pressure. A Pisces man has a very active imagination. His mind is always full of dreams, ideas, and different possibilities. Because of this, he sometimes feels that the real world is too cold, too fast, and too harsh. So, he creates his own emotional and mental space where he feels safe. This can be through music, movies, books, games, or even daydreaming. When he is alone, he feels free and relaxed. In these moments, he can recharge his emotional energy. This trait can surprise people who expect him to be strong and direct all the time. For example, when there is a conflict in a relationship, he may stay silent or change the topic. He may not answer messages immediately or may need time to think. Some people misunderstand this behavior and think he does not care, but in reality, he cares deeply. He just needs space to process his emotions before he reacts. However, this escape can also be a weakness if it becomes a habit. If a Pisces man avoids problems for too long, they can become bigger and more complicated. The strongest Pisces men learn to balance this. They use their imagination to stay calm, but they also return to reality and solve their problems step by step. So, if you know a Pisces man, remember this. When he disappears for a while, he is not running away from you. He is trying to protect his heart and come back stronger. Hidden trait 3, he understands people without words. One of the most surprising and realistic hidden traits of a Pisces man is his strong ability to understand people without many words. Many people think he is quiet because he has nothing to say, but in reality, he is always observing, listening, and feeling the emotional atmosphere around him. He pays attention to small details such as body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, and even silence. Because of this, he often knows when someone is sad, stressed, or unhappy, even if that person says everything is fine. This emotional intelligence makes him very special in relationships. Friends and partners often feel that he understands them better than anyone else. Sometimes he can even guess what others will say before they speak. This can surprise people and create a deep emotional connection. However, this ability is not always easy for him. Feeling other people's emotions so strongly can be tiring and overwhelming. When he spends too much time around negative or dramatic people, he can lose his own emotional balance. That is why a Pisces man needs time alone to recover and protect his energy. Another interesting point is that he does not always explain what he feels or understands. He may keep his thoughts inside because he does not want to create conflict or hurt someone. This silence can be misunderstood. Some people think he is distant or not interested, but the truth is that he often knows much more than he shows. In work or social life, this ability helps him build trust and strong connections. People feel comfortable sharing secrets or personal problems with him. They see him as a safe and calm person. So, if a Pisces man understands your feelings without you explaining everything, do not be surprised. This is not magic. It is his natural emotional awareness, and it is one of the strongest and most hidden parts of his personality. Hidden trait 4, he can be stronger than he looks. Many people believe that a Pisces man is weak, soft, and easily influenced by others. Because he is emotional, kind, and calm, some people think he cannot be strong in difficult situations. But this is one of the biggest misunderstandings about him. In reality, a Pisces man has a quiet but powerful inner strength. He does not always show it, but when life becomes truly challenging, he can surprise everyone around him. He is not the type of person who reacts quickly or loudly. Instead, he observes, waits, and understands the situation before he acts. This patience gives him an advantage. While others panic or lose control, he stays calm and focused. He can continue moving forward even when he feels tired or hurt inside. This emotional endurance makes him stronger than many people who look confident on the outside. Another reason for his strength is his deep connection with his feelings. He is not afraid of emotions, so he learns from pain, disappointment, and failure. Instead of becoming cold or negative, he grows and becomes wiser. People often notice this only after many years. They realize that he has survived difficult experiences and still keeps his kindness and hope. However, he does not want to fight or prove his power. He prefers peace, harmony, and understanding. This is why his strength is often invisible. He chooses his battles carefully and uses his energy only when it is really necessary. In relationships, this means he can forgive, support, and stay loyal even in hard times. But if someone breaks his trust too many times, he can walk away silently and never look back. This quiet decision is not weakness, it is self respect. So, if you think a Pisces man is fragile, look again. His strength is deep, silent, and long lasting, and this hidden power is one of the most impressive parts of his personality. Hidden trait 5. He lives in two worlds at the same time. One of the most interesting and surprising hidden traits of a Pisces man is that he often lives in two different worlds at the same time. The first world is the real one, where he works, studies, talks to people, and takes care of daily responsibilities. The second world is inside his mind. This inner world is full of imagination, dreams, emotions, and ideas. Many people do not see this side of him because he does not always talk about it. However, this secret inner life is very important for his happiness and balance. He may look calm or quiet in social situations, but in his mind, he is thinking, imagining, and creating stories or future plans. This is why he can sometimes look distant or distracted. It is not because he is bored or not interested. It is because his mind is very active. This ability helps him become creative and original. Many Pisces men are interested in art, music, writing, psychology, or spiritual topics because these areas allow them to express their inner world. At the same time, this trait can also create challenges. Sometimes he may escape from reality when life becomes stressful or difficult. Instead of solving problems immediately, he may choose to think, dream, or wait. People around him may think he is avoiding responsibility, but in reality, he's trying to find emotional clarity before taking action. Another important point is that he needs someone who understands this part of his personality. A partner or friend who accepts his imagination and emotional depth can build a very strong connection with him. When he feels safe and understood, he becomes more focused and productive in real life. So, if a Pisces man sometimes seems far away or lost in thought, do not assume he is careless. He is simply moving between his two worlds, and this hidden ability is one of the reasons why he is so unique and emotionally deep. Hidden trait 6. He remembers everything you make him feel. A Pisces man may look relaxed, calm, and easygoing, but one hidden truth about him is that he has a very strong emotional memory. He may forget small details like dates, numbers, or simple daily events, but he almost never forgets how someone made him feel. This is very important to understand because his decisions in relationships, friendships, and even work are often based on emotions from the past. When someone is kind, supportive, and honest with him, he keeps this feeling in his heart for a very long time. He may not always say it, but he will show loyalty, patience, and deep care. On the other hand, if someone hurts, ignores, or disrespects him, he also remembers this. The interesting part is that he does not always react immediately. Many people think he forgot or did not notice the problem. In reality, he is observing and processing the situation quietly. He wants to understand the person and the reason behind the behavior before he makes a decision. This emotional awareness makes him wise, but it also makes him sensitive. Sometimes he can be hurt more deeply than others because he feels everything very strongly. Another surprising part of this trait is that he often gives second chances. He believes people can change, and he does not like to end relationships quickly. However, there is a limit. If the same negative feelings repeat many times, he slowly becomes distant. He may stop sharing his thoughts and emotions. This is a clear sign that his trust is breaking. When he finally decides to leave, he usually does it quietly and permanently. He does not create drama or conflict. Instead, he protects his emotional peace. This hidden trait shows that his kindness is not weakness, it is a conscious choice. So, if you have a Pisces man in your life, remember that your words and actions stay in his heart much longer than you think. Understanding this can help you build a strong, respectful, and long lasting connection with him. Hidden trait 7, he is stronger than people think. Many people believe that a Pisces man is soft, emotional, and sometimes weak because he is kind and sensitive. But this is a big misunderstanding. One of the most surprising hidden traits of a Pisces man is his quiet and deep strength. He does not always show his power in a loud or direct way. Instead, his strength comes from patience, emotional control, and the ability to survive difficult situations without losing his humanity. When life becomes hard, he may look calm or silent, but inside he is thinking, learning, and preparing for the next step. This is why many Pisces men can go through serious challenges such as emotional pain, loss, or failure and still continue moving forward. They do not give up easily, they simply choose a different way. Another important part of his strength is empathy. He understands people, emotions, and situations better than most. This helps him solve problems in creative and peaceful ways. He can calm conflicts, support others, and build strong emotional connections. However, this strength is often invisible because he does not need attention or recognition. He does not try to prove that he is strong. He simply lives and acts according to his values. This is why people sometimes underestimate him. They think he is passive or unsure. But when an important moment comes, he can make very clear and strong decisions. He can protect himself and the people he loves. He can also walk away from toxic situations without looking back. This quiet courage surprises many people. In relationships, this means that if he truly loves someone, he will fight for the connection with patience and loyalty. But if respect and trust disappear, he will not stay forever. His emotional intelligence tells him when it is time to move on. So, if you see a Pisces man who looks gentle and calm, remember that this is not weakness. It is controlled strength. And when necessary, this hidden power can become one of his greatest advantages in life. Hidden trait 8, he lives in two different worlds. One of the most surprising and least understood traits of a Pisces man is that he often lives in two different worlds at the same time. The first world is the real world, where he works, studies, makes plans, and deals with daily responsibilities like everyone else. But the second world is inside his mind and heart. This inner world is full of imagination, dreams, emotions, and deep thoughts. Many people do not see this part of him because he does not always share it. He may look calm and normal from the outside, but inside he is constantly thinking, imagining, and feeling. This is why a Pisces man can sometimes seem distant or lost in thought. It is not because he is bored or uninterested. It is because he is traveling in his inner world. In this private space, he can find creative ideas, emotional answers, and personal peace. This is also the reason why many Pisces men are drawn to art, music, writing, or any activity that allows them to express their feelings. Another important part of this trait is that he uses this inner world as protection. When life becomes stressful or people around him are negative, he can mentally escape and protect his emotional balance. However, this ability can also create problems. Sometimes he may avoid reality or delay important decisions because his inner world feels safer and more comfortable. People close to him may not understand why he suddenly becomes quiet or needs time alone, but for him, this is not a weakness. It is a way to recharge and understand himself better. In relationships, this means he needs a partner who respects his need for space and emotional depth. He does not want someone who controls or pressures him. He wants someone who can accept both sides of him, the practical man in real life and the dreamer in his inner world. When he finds this balance, he becomes more creative, more focused, and emotionally stronger. So, if you know a Pisces man who sometimes disappears into his thoughts, remember that he is not escaping from you. He is reconnecting with himself. Hidden trait 9, he tests people without saying it. One of the most surprising and very real hidden traits of a Pisces man is that he often tests people, but he does this in a very quiet and natural way. He does not ask direct questions like, "Can I trust you?" or "Will you stay in difficult times?" Instead, he observes actions in daily life. For example, he may share a small problem with someone and watch how that person reacts. Does the person really listen, or do they change the topic quickly? Another example from real life is when he needs emotional support. He may not say, "I need help." He may simply become quieter or more distant. If someone notices and asks, "Are you okay?" this creates a very strong positive impression in his mind. But if people ignore these signals, he slowly loses trust. This is not manipulation. It is his way of protecting his sensitive heart. A Pisces man knows that words are easy, but actions show the truth. In relationships, this can happen in simple daily situations. For example, he may arrive late on purpose once or twice, not to be disrespectful, but to see if the other person reacts with understanding or anger. He may also talk about his dreams or fears and observe if the partner supports or criticizes him. These small moments help him decide if someone is safe and emotionally mature. This is why some people think he is unpredictable, but in reality, he is collecting emotional information. At work or in friendships, he also does this. He watches how people treat others, not only how they treat him. If he sees kindness and honesty, he becomes very loyal. If he sees selfish or fake behavior, he slowly creates distance without drama. This hidden testing behavior is very important because once he decides someone is trustworthy, he becomes deeply committed and supportive. But if someone fails these silent tests many times, he may suddenly disappear from their life and they may not even understand why. So, if you know a Pisces man, remember that small daily actions matter more than big promises. He is always watching, always feeling, and always learning who truly deserves a place in his emotional world. Hidden trait 10, the silent power he never shows. The 10th hidden trait of a Pisces man is his silent transformation, and this is something many people notice only after they spend a long time with him, because at first he may look soft, calm, and even fragile, but inside he is constantly changing, learning, and growing in ways that surprise everyone around him. For example, in daily life, he may listen quietly when people underestimate him at work, in family conversations, or in social situations. He rarely argues or tries to prove himself loudly. Instead, he observes, understands, and stores every experience like a lesson. And then one day, people suddenly realize he is not the same person anymore. He becomes stronger, more confident, and more independent without making a big show of it. This is why many Pisces men achieve success later in life, because while others rush and burn out, he moves slowly but deeply, like water shaping a rock over time. You can see this in simple situations too, such as when he learns a new skill, he may struggle at the beginning, but he never gives up. He practices quietly at night, improves step by step, and then surprises everyone with how good he becomes. The same happens in relationships. If he truly loves someone, he transforms himself to become a better partner. He learns patience, communication, and emotional strength. But if he is hurt too much, he also transforms into someone distant and unreachable. And this final hidden trait is what makes him unforgettable, because people who meet him at different times in his life feel like they met different versions of the same man. So, Pisces men, which of these hidden traits do you recognize in yourself? And for everyone listening, did you notice these changes in a Pisces man around you? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our community, because in the next video, we will explore another fascinating zodiac personality together.
You've done an amazing job by watching this video until the end. Today, we explored the hidden and silent side of this sign, the traits that many people don't notice at first, but that make them truly unique. I hope you enjoyed this journey and discovered something new. Now I'm curious, if you belong to this sign, which of these silent traits do you see in yourself? Stay healthy, keep your smile, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.